Welcome to the Call to Cinema. I'm Jan here. Thank you so much. We were on here for the opening of the Vinegar sale to talk about what happened. And this morning there was a glitch, a fortuitous glitch that really got me thinking, and spending too. Maybe a little bit of spending. Yeah. So basically, guys, what happened this morning is I got up after making my Vinegar order last night. I had ordered 2 titles. I had ordered, hey there, Gobi, you're the first one in here. I'd ordered Rad, which is a Hal Needham film, and which has never been on Blu-ray or DVD. Hey there, Alan. And I had ordered, hey Mark, how's it going? Well, the gang's all here. We got a couple Allens. So I'd ordered 2 titles. I ordered Rad last night, and I'd ordered Blood Games. If you haven't ordered Blood Games, why haven't you ordered Blood Games? Aside from one, that is one of the sexiest covers I've ever seen from Vinegar Syndrome, and they've had some pretty sexy covers. Have you not seen Pale Blood? That's a pretty damn sexy cover. Now, it's just such a cool release. I've been waiting for Blood Games for a long time. Now, I got up this morning and I said I'm going to check in, see how things are doing on sale, because I want to know if anything is sold out. Like, well, we were talking last night here. If you're here, hey there, John. We talked and we watched the Angel set sell out. We watched the Unmasked Part 25 sell out. We watched a few different titles sell out during our conversation here last night. But when I got up, something really surprised me. And that was every new title was sold out. Hey there, Chris. Absolutely every new title was sold out. I went to the VSAs first. Hey there, Lewis. Welcome back, man. Hey, Jesse. If I missed anybody, hey. And they weren't there. LA War wasn't there. All of the new titles weren't there. I was kind of flipping out. See, I've been collecting these here. They're Vinegar Syndrome Archive titles, VSAs, and I've been really, really pleased with every one of these so far. From their packaging to the huge posters, to just the cool kind of VHS store vibe that I get from these titles. I just really enjoy them. They're cheesy. They're definitely VHS titles, and they're curated in that style. It's like if I went to a video store myself and I said, hey, I'm going to rent some movies for tonight. I'm not going to rent a blockbuster movie. What's on the shelf? And I said, well, Death Feud is on the shelf. I guess I'll pick that up. Or I want to rent a horror movie, but I want to rent something that I haven't seen a million times. What's this one called Evil Town? Why don't I check this out? And that's pretty much the whole way the VSAs have been, the archives have been. Now, during the sale, 2 more were announced. Of course, the one before this was, there's no Vice Academy 4 to 6 on Vinegar Syndrome yet. And I don't have the one that BCI put out. I got the first box set the BCI put out. So there were Hell Riders came out a while back. That's got Tina, Louise, and Adam West in it. Well, for one day really, and then it's got their stunt doubles for the rest of the film. If you've seen the film, keep an eye out. Hey, Christine, welcome. Because when you're watching Hell Riders, you'll notice sometimes it's not Adam West in that jogging outfit, and they don't bother to hide it too well. It's been years since I've seen the film, but I do remember that one. Your wife dipped into the Vinegar Syndrome sale? Good for her, man. It did, and that's what I wanted to talk about. The glitch scared the hell out of me, because I knew that I wasn't sure. I said, do I really want to grab, Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death right now? Is that one that I want to have in my collection? Hey, why didn't I not really think of that? And you know what? When I saw that it was out of print, when that wasn't there, when I saw that LA War wasn't there, and I really did want LA War, I saw the trailer to it, and oh yes, so much yes to that film. Uh, I knew I wanted to get the VCAs. I wanted the Vinegar Syndrome Archives. I really wanted the Vinegar Syndrome Archives. So I went. So my better half, I texted my better half. She was getting up, getting ready, because we're getting ready for work, and we work from home. And all of a sudden, like she said, "Well, order Hell Riders now before it goes out of print, and maybe we can get the other ones on eBay, that type of thing." Because she knows, like, collect these. These are the ones that I want. Anyway, so I go to order Hell Riders, and bam! All of a sudden, a page comes up, and it says, "Sorry, the new releases are not actually out of print. There's been a technical issue. We'll be back up at 12 Eastern Standard Time," which they changed later on to 11 Eastern Standard Time. So I'm not quite sure what happened, but there's one thing that I knew from that. Hey, they're missing. From that little space of time, from that little scare, that little glitch, like in the Matrix. I was actually going to say that, Dave. I was actually going to do a Matrix thing, so wear a coat and everything. I'm not joking. I was. I did want to miss out, even though they were brand new. I didn't want to take that chance. And now Hell Riders is gone under 500, by the way. A nice bet under 500 right now, I think. So I definitely grabbed Hell Riders. So my better half said, you know what? We can't really do it right now, but we'll eat light this week, which is incredible. And I'm like, yeah, okay. She said, if you don't want to get anything at the grocery store this week, I said, okay, I'll eat what's in the house. You can get stuff at the grocery store. I'll eat what's in the house. So I was able to order a couple more things. So I ordered the 3 VSAs that I don't have. I ordered Hell Riders. I ordered LA Wars, and I ordered, yeah, definitely get Hell Riders. Get on that one soon, guys. And I ordered Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death, which is a pretty cheesy film. I know Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death, but I had to think to myself, I had to say to myself, I said, could I really live with not having a movie about Dr. Jekyll putting his serum in people and having them kung fu wrestle? I'm like, no. I need that in my life. I need Dr. Jekyll and his kung fu wrestling guys in my life and in my collection. So I ordered Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death, and I ordered one more, one that I really, really wanted. Hey, Tony, welcome. You're now a member of the cult. I hope you get some great stuff during the sale. Let us know what you got, Tony. It's one that I really wanted. It wasn't an old one. It was actually fairly new, but it was old enough that it was half price. And I had to have it. I just looked at it, and I had to have it. Welcome, Tony, guys. And by the way, hit the like button, guys. Still waiting for some of you hitting the like button from yesterday. It was Olivia. Now, in the UK, you've probably seen it under 88 Films as Prozzy. It's a Uli Lummel film. Hey there, Hage. It's a Uli Lummel film. I did go back to the well, I know, but it's my last time. I can't go back anymore. With Suzanne Love, his wife at the time, who funded most of his films at that point and starred in his films like Boogeyman and Boogeyman 2, which please, Boogeyman 2, get a Blu-ray release. I really want you on Blu-ray. You're an insane film, and I love you. But it's been years since I've seen Olivia, and it is considered his most insane film of all. And if you've ever watched any of Uli Lummel's work, like Boogeyman, or if you were blessed with seeing Boogeyman 2, and then you hear, you got to pick up this movie here is actually his most insane work. Yeah, you kind of got to have that film. Now they put it out in 88 Films, but the thing was the 80 Films one is cut. Hey there, members film. I like the title. The 80 Films edition of Olivia called Prozzy is a cut version. This is going to be the very first time it's going to be uncut, and the slip cover is amazing. The glitch, by the way, was I was just mentioned there was that basically for a couple hours today in the morning, everything that was new looked like was sold out, which made me go back and order four titles. No, four titles actually. The three VSAs that I didn't have, and Olivia. I really want Olivia, and I really wanted to see that film. The Anvil set is amazing. It's one that I can recommend. It's an extremely fun film, series of films. The first film is a TV film, and the rest are straight to DVD films. Now, don't let that dissuade you in any way, because the TV film actually has a slice of mean to it. I'm going to go with Silent Madness, Jesse. That's a safe bet for what the 3D title is going to be for Vinegar Syndrome. It could be something else, but Silent Madness is kind of what I think. It's a Vinegar Syndrome style of film, more of a kind of a slashery one. But yeah, the Amityville titles are incredible. The first one is a TV one, and that one is actually a really good one. It's fun. It's a bit mean. It's got a bit of a mean streak to it in a good way, and in the best way. And the other ones are just fun films, and each kind of have a unique, different aspect to them. Jack Frost 2. It's okay. I mean, it's like it's definitely not Jack Frost, but it's a fun film. With the next two, it's hard to tell. I mean, how can you guess when it comes to Vinegar Syndrome's 4Ks? Because we've gone from Tammy and the T-Rex, which I never thought was going to get a 4K or any release, to Rad, which nobody thought would be getting released, especially a Vinegar Syndrome release. If you ever thought Rad was going to get a release, you probably thought, okay, Rad eventually will get like a Shout Select release, like kind of a small Shout Select release or a Shout release, something like that. If you got up to somebody on the street, a movie collector, and said, "Hey, what company do you think is gonna release Hal Needham's film Rad?" I don't think anybody would have said Vinegar Syndrome, and I don't think anybody would have said they're going to put it out in 4K. For those that don't have 4K, don't worry. It is a 4K Blu-ray combo pack, so you will be getting both the 4K and the Blu-ray in it as well. So that's actually pretty cool. It is. Well, basically there's a glitch that went on this morning, and it made it look like everything was out of stock, but they actually fixed that. Rad is fun. I mean, I saw Rad back in the day. I'm older, Christine. Obviously, I'm kind of ancient. Look at the beard, man. Hal Needham is a director. He was a stuntman first. He became a director. He directed things like Smoking the Bandit, Cannibal Run, that type of stuff. Rad is, I guess the best way I could describe it is, you ever see Karate? You've seen Karate Kid, right? You've seen like the original Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio and Mr. Miyagi, right? Like Pat Morita. So if you've ever seen Karate Kid and you looked at Karate Kid, you're watching it one day and you're like, you know what would make Karate Kid so much better if they took the karate and they put in BMX biking. That's Rad. I'm not joking. That's literally what Rad is. Rad is Karate Kid, but with BMX bikes instead of karate. That is Rad, and it's a fun little film. It even has a song very similar to a Karate Kid song. The Blood Games one. I like the Blood Games one. Blood Games is a fun one, Lewis. It's a different little title, and basically it's a female director, but don't think it's not going to get exploitive. Oh yes, it is going to get so exploitive. What is it going to kind of start it with? Well, they're going to be baseball players, and they're going to be really cool, like female baseball players, and you're totally going to believe that they're really good baseball players. You are. Totally are. Anyway, there's a shower scene at the beginning of the film. a long, lingering shower scene. Kind of think like Slumber Party Massacre. Remember Slumber Party Massacre? And when they did the big shower scene, it's pretty much like, hey, let's show everybody nude. Slumber Party Massacre? Yes. Then you definitely want to see Blood Games, because it is that. It gets a little rapey. Like I'll give you warning. It does get a little bit rapey, but not in the intense amount that you get in like some films. It's not an "I spit on your grave" or anything like that. What really makes Blood Games work, what makes it go really well, you should watch the sequels. You definitely should watch the sequels, especially part two. Part two is the best out of all of them. Is that the lead actress in Blood Games? Because Blood Games shouldn't work. There are some people in Blood Games that really should make it work. But the lead actress in Blood Games, she's really good. And she definitely, like her and Buck Flowers, stand out, shine out from the crowd. The guy that plays the villains definitely does the main villain does a good job too. And I've always really liked that film. Blood Games is one I've gone back to the well for a few different times. The Wes Craven one, maybe. That's possible. If let me open up your comments because I'm missing a lot of stuff. Yeah, by the way, if you haven't seen Summer Party Massacre 2 ever, why? Are you serious? Summer Party Massacre 2 as a dancing, singing killer in kind of a cross, looks like a cross between Andrew Dice Clay and Elvis Presley. And he's got a guitar with a gigantic drill on it. What more do you need to ask for? It is a good, it's a fun one. I say you like it. And the fact that is, dude, look at that cover. Sorority House Massacre is good. It's fun. It's darker and it's more serious. Basically, Sorority House Massacre is one of those films where the girl, she goes to this sorority. They're fixing it up, and she starts to have visions. And what it is spoiler alert. She's having visions of her brother who is in an insane asylum, and he's escaped and he's coming out. Now, it's an okay film. Sorority House Massacre Part 2 and Sorority House Massacre Part 3, which, by the way, isn't called Sorority House Massacre Part 3. It's called Hard to Die, and it looks like it's an action film. Those are money, man. Those are money. Definitely watch those. How twisted is the timeline for the Sorority House Massacre films? Well, when Sorority House Massacre 2 decides to do flashbacks, they don't do flashbacks from Sorority House Massacre 1. No, 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 no. They do flashbacks from Slumber Party Massacre 1. Are they only saying Blood Games with slipcover? Because it didn't say lip. Ooh, that's a good question. I didn't pick up on that. If you like those type of, hopefully you'll like it. You won't come after me with a bat or something like that. It won't be Blood Games on for Aaron. But if you like that type of stuff, if you like slashers and you kind of like them tongue-in-cheek and lighthearted, Sorority House Massacre, Summer Party Massacre, they're pretty lighthearted. Sorority House Massacre, the first one, does take itself a bit too seriously, and it is a bit of a slog every once in a while, but it's worth getting through just to go to the other two. Though you don't need to see the first one to watch the other two. But you do need to see Part 2 to watch Hard to Die. Yeah, Ragman, I was unaware of that. So Blood Games does not have comes with slipcover because it doesn't say limited slipcover edition. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, I'd tweet Brad. Probably on that one. Brad Henderson. He'd probably know. Jack Frost is My Chauffeur. You got good taste. My Chauffeur is a fantastic film. Come on, I know your better half is here. But did you not fall in love? Did you both not fall in love with Deborah Foreman just a little bit while watching My Chauffeur? I like Sun Fury. It's a Canucksploitation film. It's more of a thriller, and it's exactly. She's that charming. But I enjoy it. Basically, it's a guy he wants to kill his wife, and he kind of gets the right patsy for it, and it ends up doesn't go his way right away, and then there's a big chase. Hard to explain, but I really enjoyed Sun Fury. That was one of those that kind of flew under the radar that a lot of people missed out on, or didn't realize. But did the slipcover of Sun Fury sell out yet? Because if it didn't, it's an amazing slipcover, by the way. That's like Pale Blood. The people that didn't get Pale Blood now are going to get it like down the road, say at the next sale, or when it goes on 50% off, are going to be extremely pleased with Pale Blood. Because that's one, it's a sexy slipcover. Two, it's Wings Hauser. And if you have a movie that's okay and you put Wings Hauser in it, it gets way better. See, I used to go for the slipcover stuff only first as well, and I did this time around. So don't be more of a hypocrite. My better half is like you, Lewis. She would be way more pumped for a Kino sale than she would a Vinegar Syndrome sale. But we could only do one sale this time around, and she was like, she let me have my sale, so I gotta give her credit for that. But again, we have a massive amount of Kinos in our collection. Your first VS slip. Oh, Sweet Sugar. I love Sweet Sugar. You know I love Sweet Sugar. Jesse, Phyllis Davis, man. Savage Harbor. It's a good one. I mean, I did. She has a couple times in the past, actually. Um, Mountaintop Motel Massacre. Think about picking it up. It's a decent little slasher. Hold on. Now I can't say it's my favorite or my least favorite. It's a fun one. I haven't watched it since I got it. I had it a long time ago. It's like Slaughterhouse. I mean, like no, they're not the same. I mean, but I like them, but I can't watch. It's not one of those everyday slashers I can watch. If you want a slasher movie, like I'm not sure, that's actually kind of fun. Zombie Island Massacre, if I remember it correctly, is kind of fun. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, Zombie Island Massacre. What about all the zombies? Well, there's none. Zombie Island Massacre is not a zombie film. It's a slasher film, actually. It's just called Zombie Island Massacre because movies. That's why. We're going to go with that, because movies. Unless I remember. Oh, did you guys buy Body Melt? Body Melt's fun. It's an Australian film. Bloody New Year's a cool one. It's a weird one. I really enjoy it. It's fun and it's insane. And it's a Norman J. Warren's version of The Shining. Don't think it's going to be like The Shining. It's got a haunted hotel. It's got like time travel in it, by the way. There's time travel in Bloody New Year. Don't want to give too much away, but there's some time travel. Some cool deaths in there as well. Body Melt's fun. Great gore in Body Melt. I'm actually glad. I'm Trip with Teachers when I want to get on my next sale. So shh, Jesse, shh. But if you haven't got Body Melt, I don't have that one in my collection yet. I used to have it on VHS. I mentioned it last night. It's a fun one. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a horror movie, yeah, by the Chiodo brothers. It's a horror comedy. Very, it's got Vern in it, so it's amazing. Is Vinegar Syndrome my favorite label? I was actually thinking about that today, actually. And I got a lot of stuff here. I got Arrow and Scream Factory. I got a lot of different labels. But I probably do get the most joy from any company that I get stuff from Vinegar Syndrome. And that's just kind of the way it is. I do like this style of film. I love these Z grade, and they're not all Z grade films. Don't think like Vinegar Syndrome's always got like the Z grade or so bad it's good type movies. There's a lot of that in the mix, but there's a lot of like really cool stuff and some artsy stuff. And one-time watch for you. It was a one-time directing effort for the guy that made it. Did you know Trip with the Teacher was made by by a director who only made one film? That is his only film that he ever made. He like did stuff on films before, but like this was his one directorial effort. You messed with the glitch. Oh, PMac. Early on today, PMac, when I got up this morning, all of the new titles set out of stock. All of them are out of stock. I have seen LA Wars years ago. I don't remember much about it. There's a lot of nudity and a lot of action. That's what I can tell you about LA Wars. Like if you like action and you like nudity, you're going to get quality of both. Bloodhook's fun. Bloodhook is by Jim Malone. He is the guy that voiced Gypsy and is one of the characters, one of the guys behind Mystery Science Theater 3000. No love lost between him and the first host. But he directed, I think he did write too, Bloodhook, which is an insane little film. It was put out by Troma, and they put it in a truncated version of it. But you gotta watch the longer edition. It's one of those movies that's kind of super insane when you when you check it out. and but it's fun. It's a slasher flick. It's kind of a slasher flick. And like, there's a guy there. He's the hero, and he's pretty much he's accusing all of his friends, accuses everybody of about being the about being the killer, except when he finds who the killer is. It's insane. You just would have to see it. It's insane. The Children is a cool little release. It's a fun film. Children scared me. Hey Jacob, when I was a kid, it freaked me out. You know the Sikhs, where the bus goes through the big fog thing, and they got the black fingernails. That freaked me out when I was a kid, man. Well, Buck to Blood's not on the sale, but depending on which one you're watching, yeah, it's a pretty good film. Like a Village of the Damned ripoff. I wouldn't say so. Yeah, maybe. You mean like the original Village of the Damned, or the John Carpenter Village of the Damned? It's its own thing, man. It's its own beast. How badly do you need Berserker in your collection, dude? It's got Beth Toussaint in it, and he, it's got Beth Toussaint in it, and it's got a great role for George Buckflowers. And so, if you're a fan of him, you definitely need to be grabbing that film because it is a cool film. And it also has the bear from Big Ben in there, if I remember correctly. I'd have to look back. I think it was the bear from Big Ben because I think they paid a bunch of money to get this bear in the film. I gotta go back and rewatch it. I watched it twice now. I really did like Berserker. I didn't think I was going to. I literally got it because Beth Toussaint's in it. That was like my main reason for that one. I think it was part of a package that month, but a reason I wanted to see it so badly was Beth Toussaint. Evils of the Night, you're in for fun. It is a cheesy, fun little film. Berserker slasher film, yeah, it is kind of. Basically, it is what you call a backwoods slasher film. And basically, it's done in they go into the wilderness, and people are being killed in like out in the woods, like a Friday 13th or something, or something like that. It doesn't have a guy with a hockey mask, but it has a slasher of sorts. It has a killer killing people in the woods. You know what, Bloodsuckers from Outer Space, I don't remember very well, so I cannot give an honest take on that one there. How long will it take to ship with the orders? Ooh, I say it's going to take at least a couple weeks before the orders get. It's going to be a big one. But don't worry about it. Once Vinegar Cinemas do ship their stuff out, as far as I've had from it, that's been pretty fast for me. When the April package came out, I had it in like 3 days. After they sent it, 3 days later I had it. You guys know because I unboxed it here. Telephone book is one I still gotta get, and it's one that I really enjoy. You think it's going to take a month for them before they start shipping out their stuff? I don't know. Vinegar Cinema are pretty good with that. I mean, like, they've got limited manpower now, so that's going to make a difference. But some people, are able, if they live close to the area, if you live close to the archive, there's curbside pickups. That's all. I found that out last night. That's actually pretty cool. It does for you? Oh man, 3 days for me. Usually 3 to 4 days for Vinegar Cinema like titles to get to me. Like once I know that they're that's strange because I'm in Canada, right? I'm usually the last place to get stuff. But usually they have like a place here in Ontario, and once it gets sent out, it's like usually 3 or 4 days, and I got it. I got to give them credit, like hands out, like all what credit for the stuff that they do when it comes to that. They do some amazing stuff. So now, the glitch, Logan, was this morning, man. You weren't on this morning, were you? The website had listed every one of their new releases as being sold out. I didn't get mine yet, man. It's on its way. It's actually moving now. So what did you end up getting? I know you got. Did you end up getting anything else, Logan, afterwards? With subscription package from April to June, and your sale orders are 25 titles, man. That is awesome. That is amazing. Blood Games is going to be the first thing I watch too. Like hands down, I want to see Red. I want to see the VSAs. I got to be in the right kind of cool mood for these days. But Blood Games, hands down. For me, this is the diamond of this one here. Is the Blood Games. It's insane. Like, it's a fun one. If you've never checked out Blood Games, it's one to get, and it's got a sexy slipcover. And again, we got George Buck Flower in it as well. So there you go, another Buck Flower release. And any movies any makes better just by being in it. He's usually like a homeless man, or like or he could be like kind of a sinister character, or baseball coach, or a drunk guy in a bar. That's kind of what he is. I think in doesn't he wear the check is in the mail cap in that one in the Blood Games release? Like that's the one where he wears the checks in the mail cap, I think. Excellent. I'm glad you got the Angels head. That one's sold out now, man. I want to know what you think. They're very different films, like very tonally different. The first film is a thriller. It's definitely a thriller. Weren't they going to release Coonskin at one time? Like they still got like Last House on Dead End Street. It's Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death, the X-rated film. No. It's there's sexploitation portions of it, but there's just as much like bad martial arts in Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death. I think so, if I remember it, unless there's an X-rated cut that I don't know about. It's an exploitation film at heart, and that's what it does. Hey, JR. How could you not pick up Blood Games, man? Metamorphosis. I have seen. Well, years ago. That's the one with the. I do remember Metamorphosis, sort of. 244 Hell Riders left. So definitely, yeah. If you want to see Adam West, an Adam West stunt double, starring with equal billing in a film, not equal billing, but equal time in a film, then Hell Riders is the film for you. Hey, Brian, welcome, man. I actually didn't plan to do it today, but well, not yet anyway. I plan to do one later on tonight. But I was just so stoked about about the sale and about going back in and going broke buying some other stuff that I had to come on here and kind of do that. This film it's mad. I don't think so, actually. And if there is, I don't know about it. Definitely try blind buying something. Let me know what you're into. If on it. Best Friends, yeah, I did not realize what Best Friends was. Do you know, Jesse? The one I just cursorily looked at the June titles. I really didn't look at them very much. But I saw Best Friends. That must be an adult film. No, not at all, actually. But actually a pretty cool little film. Is anybody excited about Old Dracula with David Niven? Does anybody know the plot line? Or have you ever seen Old Dracula? Just if you've seen it, just give me a quick shout there that you've seen the film. So, Old Dracula, horror cinema knows about it. Old Dracula is David Niven. And basically, what happens is a blood transfusion goes wrong, and his wife. What's the best way to put that? His wife changes color. I am not. I could not make that up if I try. That's really what Old Dracula is about. So it's kind of, in a weird way, sort of a blaxploitation film. That's it kind of is in a strange way. So that's what Old Dracula is about, by the way. Dave Niven to bring his wife back with a blood transfusion, and it's kind of like there was this comic book back in the day of Superman, of Lois Lane, actually, Superman's girlfriend, and in that comic book, in order for her to understand what it's like to be in Harlem and stuff like that, she goes and she gets in this machine to make changes her color, and it's obviously not socially acceptable today to the comic, but she goes and she becomes part of the community, right? But what's really awkward about the comic book is near the end of the comic, she says, you know, this is pretty good. Maybe I could stay like this. And Superman's like, Lois, you know, maybe you should go back. And it's like the most horrible thing. But yes, Old Dracula, by the way, is about that. It is about a David Niven's Dracula and his wife. Yeah, that's the plot to Old Dracula. So hilarity will ensue, I guess. Don't take it too seriously. It was a different time. Well, they were printing Evil. Yeah, they will be doing Evils of the Night and Punkfication. It's just that the only if there's slips left, then yeah, right now they can only have the ones that they got. If they find some along the way, I'm sure that they'll put them in there. Until then, you got to wait till the replicator actually does more discs, and they'll sell them until the slips are gone. It was called Vampira when you saw it. Yeah, right. Actually, it had a couple different. So you know the film. Money Caper films. I can't think of any Money Caper films. There's some that have to deal with like. I can't even say it on here. There's an adult film, which is different. It's just different. I just thought it was an interesting film to talk about. And with that being said, if you're looking at stuff, if you're looking at something that if there's a release that I might have here, if you're wondering like do I want this? Do I want this with the slipcover? Is the slipcover sexy enough? Is it worth me getting right now? Are there some features? Are there, you know, I'm looking at a film, but I'm kind of on the fence about it. If I got it here, I'll definitely answer any questions on it. I'll grab the film for you. I'll show it to you. Hey, Adrian. You don't check out the passing. That was one of their classier ones, right? Hey, Chris, how's it going, man? Well, I ended up grabbing all the VSA titles I didn't have. So there was Hell Riders, Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death, L.A. War, Olivia, Blood Game, and Rad. I think that's everything. Is that everything, guys? I think that's everything I got, isn't it? I'm excited about Blood Games. I'm so excited about Blood Games. You have no idea how much I wanted that film. No, it's not quite as good as Angel, but it's you know, it's a decent film. It's a fun film. It gets a little dark, but not too dark. Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls T-shirt. Oh, you want to send me a hot saucy? I would love to. Oh, somebody want to buy me a Hot and Saucy Pizza Girls T-shirt? That's one of my favorite adult films. It's directed by Bob Chin, and it's actually funny, and you could actually make it into a legit film without adult scenes, and it would work. And that's how you can tell when you got a good one when it works like that. The thing that I wanted, I couldn't afford to get after the stuff that I got, but I really wanted one of those mini slipcovers. I want to know what's inside those slipcovers, man. I'm so I just so want one of those mini slipcovers. It was nice. Action Jackman, actually, I got to say, he was on here last night. I was on Twitter, and I haven't seen Robinson Crusoe on Mars. Actually, I like Robinson Crusoe on Mars. That's when Friday's the ape, right? Well, chimpanzee, well, monkey, right? But yeah. So I was on Twitter today, and on my lunch break, and this was really cool and really nice. So he tweeted out, and I'm gonna Action Jackman credit this one too. Dear Vinegar Syndrome, my buddy Mr. Vincent has been pimping your sale on YouTube for the last couple of hours. How about sending him something as a thank you? I spent over 200, and many of his other viewers spent way more. That kind of blew me away. That somebody actually tweeted that out, and thank you, Action Jackman. And there were like responses to it. Cyril at Midnight said, nobody's done more to raise awareness of Vinegar Syndrome than Mr. Pin. Here's hoping his contributions to the Vinegar Syndrome fan base are recognized. And Ann Cope said, that's the least you deserve. So thank you so much. I mean, I really do Seriously mean it. Thank you so much. That kind of blew me away. Me and Heath will be working on something this Sunday, which we actually just got the times for. But yeah, that you don't expect that. Like I come on here and I do this, and just I got up this morning and I was having a fun day, and I just opened my Twitter, and I just usually kind of dread opening my Twitter because of news, but that was a definitely a boost to my day. So actually, Jackman, I know you're not here right now, but thank you so much when you come back in, and as well as thank you, Ann, and thank you, Heath, because I really appreciate that. The amazing glitch was this morning when when all of their new releases were said to be out of stock. Do I know anyone at Vincent? No, I don't know anyone personally at Vinegar Syndrome. I wish I did. Well, Brad Henderson, I don't know. He's on Twitter, and I know from like podcasts and stuff like that. Of course, Stephanie works with Brad, so on a podcast together. So that's the only way that I would even remotely know anyone from Vinegar Syndrome. Excellent. I'm glad. Hopefully you enjoy them. That's the thing. That's the main thing. Angel Collection, The Corruption, Chris Miller, Beyond the Door 3. I've got like Death Bomb. I don't think he's here today, but me and Death Bomb did a trade. I had like an extra copy of the out of print of Battle Royale. You know, the one the Arrow Video put out with the big one with the comic and the different stuff. So I had an extra copy of that, like unopened. And he had some films. Then he had a couple of Vinegar Syndromes that I wanted. So Corruption of Chris Miller, with the slip actually, is on its way to me right now, along with another one, which I won't mention. It's an adult one though. A lot of people were Cinematech. Went so fast. Now I just found there's a channel, and I'm gonna shout him out because he seems to have a really cool channel, and he likes a lot of stuff that I like. He doesn't have a lot of subscribers. He's only got like 600 and something subscribers from when I checked. But his name is Michael Keane, and I know he does know who I am. I don't know if I've ever contacted him, but I was looking for Vinegar Syndrome videos today, and he had some really entertaining stuff. So if you like Vinegar Syndrome, Severin type stuff, dude's definitely worth checking out. I was really entertained with his videos. Party Line, oh, I want Party Line so bad. Keene, I think. Blood Games, Psychic Killer, The Passing, and Shot. Oh, nice, you got Shot. Excellent, I'm glad somebody here got that one. That is such a cool looking slipcover. I kind of want to go to the Vinegar Syndrome shelf right now. Severed Arm is a fun one, if I remember. It's the 70s one, right? I got the title wrong. Got mixed up with something else earlier last night. But it's the, where it's cutting out the arm. No, she got shot. I think so. No, she got shot, man. That's a tank VHS. Well, what a deal that would be. Do you find him Joel McHale vibes? In a good way or a bad way? Because there's two ways to say Joel McHale vibes. Yeah, if you know what I mean. I like Community, but there are two ways to go to Joel McHale vibes. Actually, I thought he's pretty cool with stuff that he does. And although we don't always agree on some stuff, I love the Vice Academy movies. He didn't like them. Yeah, I missed that. Good way. Okay, good. That's because you never know. Because there's also the Joel McHale that hosted the video game wars that year, and it was insufferable. So there's two ways to take it. I like the fact that his wife does some stuff with him too as well. I have not yet talked about Kino Sale. Lewis is upset about it. He's really excited about the Kino Sale. He's super excited. I'll probably be doing a video tomorrow on the Kino Sale, actually. Because I'm going to be trying to do a video like today and tomorrow as well. And I got Sunday I'm probably not going to because I got to tape some stuff with Heath. So I'll be working on that on Sunday. But tomorrow I'll probably dive deep into Kino and my Kino releases. So if you want to check out that. He's browsing right now. See my better half. If I even mention another sale to my better half right now. And then this, I'm not, no, this is not hyperbole. This literally came from, she was pretty much like, okay, we're going to get these titles. You know, we're pushing it. We're going to get these here titles. Don't mention a sale to me. I don't want to hear about one more sale, one more pre-order, or one more release for a month at least, for at least a month. She probably said more than a month, but I'm going to say a month. I'm going to paraphrase her. And when it comes to like down the road, if a month and a half comes down and something comes up, and she's like, I told you not to say, and I'm going to come back here and say, there you go. I haven't done out and about here in Nova Scotia. I did, if you watched my channel for a while, I did a couple in St. John's, actually. I love St. John's. I love that area. Now, no out and about places to go here. The Noir set's really good. I got that one. Well, I got the first volume, but I don't have the second volume. And I don't have the British one. I don't have the British one either. What I think Severin titles will be in June. You think Macabre for the Apocalypse and De la Morte de l'Amour. I'm expecting the set, if they're more than likely. Thank you, Brian. It's... Now I'm all shy. I'm expecting a set, like a Severin set, come in June. It may not, but at least an announcement of it, or like a pre-order for it. Oh, you're going to rent some horror movies? I did. Yeah, I didn't see that. I do apologize. Things are coming by so fast sometimes I miss some stuff, so I do apologize. You have the first one. The first one's so cool, isn't it? Harold just announced the Geek Pride sale. Is that what my dad was talking about? My dad just picked up something recently, and I said, did you get anything from the Vinegar Syndrome sale? He said, no, I got some stuff from Arrow, and it was cheaper. That's my dad. I love my dad. I love my parents. They're fantastic people. My dad, my mom, my stepmom, amazing people, by the way. Do I think the Andy Milligan sale will be this year? I do, actually. I don't think I could take another sale. I'll check the sale out. But with that being said, at only 47 minutes, I told you guys this was going to be a quick video. I'm not feeling the greatest today. I came down to make this video for you guys because I wanted to do something for the Vincent sale. I wanted to talk about the glitch, the amazing glitch that ended up getting me 4 extra titles. So that's actually pretty cool. It is. It's definitely time for tea, and it's time for me to maybe. I'm feeling a little sick, so hopefully not puke my guts up. So I am Aaron. This is my movie library. You are the cult. Whether you came in here this time or you've been here for the last little while, you're the cult of cinema. You guys rock. Lewis, we'll get that Kino video up really soon, and you can definitely talk about it as well. And of course, you can talk with your better half, who has impeccable taste. I will see you here next time. Have a great time. It is time for tea.